And it's all because we did the research the right way. Believe me, NIH would never, ever have put their reputation, integrity, and respect on the line if they hadn't have seen not only the quality of the work, but the quality of the journals in which we published, including the #1 ranked journal in nutrition, agriculture, food chemistry in the world, according to Reuters. And that was the Journal of Agricultural Food Chem. When we published that paper in those most difficult of journals to get published in, that made a profound impact on their willingness to use U.S. taxpayer dollars to start studying this fruit and to try to understand also why is it that a company like Monavie is growing that fast. There had to be something out there, because I've been at this for over 30 years. I've rarely ever wanted to be involved with any network marketing company because they come and go. They all come, they have these big meetings, they get you all excited, you fill your garage full of product, and then 18 months later they're gone. I've seen it hundreds of times, and it's never about the product, it's always about their compensation plans. All these promises they make, I've gone to some of those meetings, they make all these things where we've got this science and that, and I look at it, it's a book, it's unreferenced, it's about some guy who's got no pedigree, no knowledge of the field, and that's why they disappeared. So you can understand my skepticism when Dallin calls me and says, I have a network marketing company and I need this acai. We've looked at the research you've been doing. This is terrific. Can we use it? Can we share this information with people around the world? And I said to Dallin, I have only one thing to ask you. And this is out of my frustration knowing the network marketing industry. I need your commitment to support science. If you're willing to do that, you can have all this research that I've spent nearly 15 years working on. You know, Dallin, I want to say this publicly, and I want to say it with the cameras running and everybody around the world hearing it. I am honored to work with Monavie. You kept your word. I have never worked with a company, and I've worked with over 500 companies in the nutraceutical industry in 55 countries, and you kept your word. And you have been outstanding in supporting the research that we've asked needed to be done on acai and Monavie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm a scientist. I got 18 minutes and 14 seconds to show you what we learned. So here we go, the jet engine. Okay. The first thing we knew when we started was, yes, antioxidants were important. There are today over 250,000 papers published on antioxidants in the scientific literature. And among the top foods that we have are things like blueberries, blackberries. We've even been studying many of the berries in Canada, especially up in some of the Arctic regions, because they're placed under tremendous stress. And as a result, they have to develop chemical defenses to survive. And they can pass that on. And that's why if it's between you and a bear, and the bear wants those berries, you are not going to get those berries. Okay? There's a reason why. But the trouble is the season's short. The amount of the material is very limited. And there's tremendous variability in the antioxidant activities based on research we've been doing. But the U.S. Department of Agriculture did develop and publish a list starting in 2004 of all of the top foods in terms of antioxidant capacity against the peroxyl free radical. That is the most predominant free radical in the human body. And what we discovered when we got acai was it blew it off the charts. In fact, I'll never forget my day. You've heard it on my tape. You've seen it before. I love describing it because it was one of those moments that every scientist in their life dreams of. It's that call from the laboratory where, Alex, are you sitting down in your chair? I just sent you an email. Open up your attachment. Yep, I see it. I click it open. He says, look at what we found with this purple powder you sent us. We're all dying to know what is it that you sent us, because they were given us blindly. And they wondered, did you put an extract in there? Did you sprinkle lots of some kind of a chemical in there? I said, no, it's a fruit that I've been studying for some time. And they said only one thing, because it took 2.5 computer screens to the right for that line to go across. And of course, my immediate response was, well, that can't be right. It's a laboratory error. Alex, we knew you were going to say that. We've redone that 6 times. So at our expense. And I said, no kidding. Okay. and then after that, they said, Alex, we have only one request, okay? And I said, what's that? And they said, would you please be sure to put our name on the paper when you publish this? Now, when scientists, and this guy is world famous in antioxidant research, he was the head of the lab who called, I knew there was something very exciting here. If he's willing to put his name on the paper. In other words, he's willing to stake his reputation that this is true. But I'm a scientist, and science is about replication. It's about the ability to replicate the results, okay? Could someone else see the same thing in another laboratory who's also qualified to do the work? And so we sent it to the U.S. Department of Agriculture Research Services, because they're the world leaders in studying antioxidants in foods. And then I got a hold of Dr. Charlene Wu and Dr. Ron Pryor. Dr. Ron Pryor was the co-inventor of the Oxygen Radical Absorbance Capacity Assay, or ORAC assay. And I asked them, I'm going to send you some powder. They didn't know about the Boston results from Brunswick Lab. And they went ahead and they called me up and they said the same thing. Alex, can you be sure when you publish your results that our name's on your paper? Because they had never seen anything this strong. And of course, then they got excited and they started asking questions. And I said, gentlemen, I don't have a lot of answers right now, but I know we have something extraordinary here that's worth studying. And I could tell as I went from the University of California and different institutions that everybody started to say, Alex, you've got to keep studying this. There's something here that could be of profound value to human health. And that you're going to see probably published next year from these NIH papers. By the way, I am one of the co-authors of that paper that is going to be published. Okay. All right. Now, another thing, too, and probably why nobody else had discovered this. You see, it's much less expensive to spray dry it. Spray dry is just to shoot it in the air. It's done with heat, and then you expose it to oxygen. And you sort of like throw it in the air, and it's sort of the water content evaporates. That's the basic way of describing it. But when you spray dry it, or sun dry it, or use other methods, the antioxidant activity is very, very low. So there's nothing to catch your attention. It's when you lock it in, because in freeze drying we do it in a vacuum. And the reason why, again, knowledge is power, is because in fruits, particularly in the tropic, you have to degrade them very quickly. You have no idea how much is falling down on the ground in the equator, that area, every single moment, and day and night. And as a result, it would just pile up and go right out of the atmosphere. If there wasn't some mechanism for breaking things down quickly, we call those oxidases. They're enzymes that rely on oxygen to break down. And what we're doing is, in a vacuum, we're locking that in without oxygen, so the oxidases can't get stimulated, so we've preserved all that antioxidant activity. Do you follow? That's in your bottle. You see all that good stuff? Okay. So we can now compare all of these, foods. I mean, the good foods, these blackberries and blueberries and cranberries and all of those things, and we can compare them for moisture content so that we have a fair comparison. We can then look at the total antioxidant capacity and then the serving size, so we have fair comparisons. And what you will see, compared to any food, acai pulp is like way out there compared to anything, 5-6 times greater. Okay. Another thing that we have is that when we're looking at its antioxidant capacity, there are different free radicals in the human body. One of these is really bad. Okay, really, really bad. I mean, this is like a toxic free radical. And when you talk about diseases and things like that, it's always there. There's a lot of this being produced every waking second. And that is the
On behalf of the founders of Monavie, my good friends Henry Marsh and Randy Larson, I am Dallin Larson, inviting you to join the Monavie family. That rare five-star company that offers the right product, the right compensation, the right timing, the right management and leadership, and the right cause. I invite you to begin moving from success to significance and to help Monavie to become not necessarily the best company in the world, but the best company for the world.
What does it mean to live a meaningful life? To live in line with your values. To live in pursuit of a vision. To achieve your potential, developing your talents to the fullest. To share experiences and connect deeply with the people around you. And once you understand what a meaningful life means to you, how can you live a more meaningful life? The answer, of course, is up to you. But at Monavie, we work to create a wide range of opportunities to help you find the keys to living that more meaningful life every day.
When my partners and I, along with my wife Carrie, started this company, we knew that if we focused on our vision and put our hearts in the right place, success would surely follow. Through the vision we've upheld and the trust we've established, Monavie has in just a few short years been able to provide better health and financial freedom to thousands of individuals and families around the world, and to help them connect with a community of like-minded individuals, all desiring to live a more meaningful life. Welcome to the story of Monavie.
Our product philosophy is simple. Exceptional ingredients, extraordinary products, remarkable results. Every single product we create has to live up to those three ideals. From the time we recognize the remarkable health-giving benefits of acai, Monavie has stood for ingredients of exceptional nutritional promise. Of course, we do far more than simply find and source ingredients. We also develop advanced formulations around them to deliver even greater scientifically validated benefits and results.
One of the things that has been most helpful for Monavie on the product development side is to be associated with a world-class scientific advisory board. The standard of the product was the standard that they set. So the scientific advisory board said, here are the list of ingredients that you should have, and here are the levels that you should have those ingredients, because that's what the science supports. That's the product that we wanted. That's what we put together, and that's what our distributors have now.
I started drinking Monavie Active, and within 2 weeks found huge results. And then what happens naturally, you start telling your friends and family.
Monavie products represent today an evolution of products that are based on unique science. The science is both solid and supported by an advisory group that represents the elite of nutritional science in the world.
I took the Reveal product and I'm 50 pounds down from where I started.
I just look at him and I'm like, oh my goodness, he looks great.
The products work so well, the pounds came off easy, we weren't hungry.
Diet is a major contributor to most chronic diseases. Good nutrition means meeting nutrient needs within the context of a diet that also meets your energy needs. The Reveal program is a state-of-the-art program that's based on sound science.
It's got more nutrition per calorie than anything else on the market. So many products are not about keeping you nourished, they're about helping you lose weight. This one's got the whole package.
As a family, I think we've lost 282 pounds. We're spending so much quality time together as a family. Everything we do, it's the whole family now.
Whether your goals are modest or ambitious, Monavie is committed to helping you achieve them. We design our products and compensation plans for you to use in a variety of combinations to accommodate the way you live and the goals you set.
No other company matches what Monavie is, because we've got a management team that has integrity. They want their distributors to succeed.
Every single area of my life is better because of Monavie. My spiritual life, my physical health, my financial life, my relationships with my family and friends, and this wonderful community that we get to be a part of.
To me, flying until I was 65 years old to make not even a quarter of what I'm making now, that seems like a prison sentence, right?
You're either going to make $1 million or you can make a million excuses, but you can't make both.
To be a part of a company that's created 104 millionaires in the last 6 years, it's paid out $1 billion in commissions, that's powerful.
Monavie is just a vehicle to get you to go where you want to go. Like, we wanted to bring Gina home from work after 20 years of being a flight attendant. We replaced her income in 6 weeks, and man, we were excited.
The beauty of this business is that it doesn't discriminate against race, religion, color, culture, any background, age. Anybody can do this business.
We are an Inc. 500 company. Dental Larson was introduced as Entrepreneur of the Year by Ernst & Young. There's no research that you need to do. The research has been done.
Monavie invests in people. No less than our products, Monavie is people. People like you, all around the world.
My life has truly been changed because of Monavie, and I'm committed to live on purpose, to take Monavie to the next level and take it around the globe and create a meaningful life for hundreds of thousands of people on this planet.
Monavie not only invests in people within our company, but also within the communities in which we live and work. The MORE project embodies our commitment to fostering better lives wherever we have a presence. Through this ongoing initiative, Monavie seeks to change lives and restore families living in poverty in Brazil by offering more help, more love, and more hope.
With this product, we are changing thousands of lives in Brazil. It's unbelievable. Monavie is unbelievable. MORE project, it's something that I always say that it's something that I'm living for and I can die for.
With so many people from around the world now joining the Monavie family, you can't help but wonder, what do we share? The answer isn't so hard to discover, really. Each of us shares a powerful desire to create a better life for ourselves and our families, as well as our customers and the communities in which we live. More specifically, we want to continue creating the best company not in the world, but the best company for the world. I invite you to join us on this journey, and I promise that it can be your path to a more meaningful life, and a path that leads you to success, and from success to significance. All the best to you on your Monavie journey, and may God bless you and your family.
I am Bruno Grillo.
I am Francisco Nunes.
And we are Black Diamonds from Lisbon, Portugal. I was a normal guy with a normal life. And today I can say that I'm the same normal guy, but with an amazing life. I'm so thankful to that day, a day that a friend of mine was listening to me. I was complaining about life. He told me, Bruno, if you want to have different results, you need to do different things. Things like, for things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you have to get better. That touched me. That's how I decided to start network marketing.
I wanted to be promoted in my company from sales rep to marketing manager. When I went to talk with my business unit manager, she just laughed in my face. She said, go work and don't bother me. When I left the room, I decided that I would control my own future.
When Randy Schrader invited us, we got that vision, and we just said, yes, we are all in.
Oh, me and Bruno, we are so different and we complement each other. Besides that, I gave my sister to Bruno and he gave me a partnership in the business.
This is my brother, this is my husband, and I'm the key that brought these two together.
Thank you. Thank you. Family is our stability, is our small community, that people that we can do our mistakes, we can be like we are, and they will accept us as we are. And I'm lucky to have a marvelous family, and I'm grateful to that.
I'm born in Parede. It's a small city near Lisbon. It's like 20 kilometers from Lisbon, near the sea. It's an amazing place. All my family is from Parede. We are a very unified family. I love so much my family, beginning with my mother and my father. They are the mentors of our family. I'm the number 7. We are eight brothers, 2 sisters and 6 brothers. I'm the number 7. And it's amazing because we have a birthday every month. Every month we have a birthday of a brother, of a sister, of a mother, of a father, of a grandson. It's amazing to have a big family like that.
My hero is my dad, and that's the view that when I see my life, something that really marked my life. My father, that is passed away 5 years ago, but he fought so many years of his life. At the age of 20, he had a kidney transplant, and he lived so many years after that because of his strength for to give the education to me and my marvelous sister. And he passed away in the time that he had to go, and that's our inspiration, his strengths, and marked all my youth, the strengths of my father, giving the best for their sons, for their education.
My son is my hero. When he was born, all my emotional life changed. I learned to respect life, to love my family and friends. I learned what is to love and to be loved. This impacted so much my Monavie business. When you give, you receive.
When I started working Monavie and we went to Brazil, we went to the More project, and there's a special heart, energy there. I love Sergio Ponce, great friend of us. You know, the heart of Monavie is there. You know, when we go inside the More project, those children doesn't know. The first time we were there, those children didn't know us, and they just went running after us and climbing on us. And our chick is a big guy, 2 meters old, and he could hang around 20 children on him, and it was great. And that's where you feel that you really have a cause in this company. I have a special relation with the sea. I lived in Rio de Janeiro, city surrounded by the sea, by nature. And here in Portugal, I live real close to the sea. That's where comes my inspiration, when I want to be calm, when I want to analyze my life, analyze the things we do, the persons I'm surrounded. And that's where I have peace. And that's why one of my dreams was to have a nice house with a front sea view, and thanks to Monavie I can have it.
This is Cabo da Roca, the most western point in Europe. I came 3 times per week here to think about the problems, to think about life. And life is like the sea. One day is calm, the other day is violent. So it's the best way to find the solutions for the problems, to look at the sea and understand the life.
I really, really love Chico and Bruno. They're extraordinary people. They're our first black diamonds in Europe. Please, Chico and Bruno, come on up here.